Are you wondering what your preschooler really needs to learn? Or where do I even begin to teach my preschooler? Well, you could buy a curriculum, or you can make your own curriculum that is tailored to the needs of your family, like I did. In this video, I'm going to show you our preschool learning plan and how I made our preschool learning curriculum. And hopefully by the end of this video, you will feel inspired and empowered to do it too. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Jordan Ashley, and welcome to our most magical homeschool on earth. We're a family that loves Jesus, Disney, and exploring the world around us. On our channel, we share how we homeschool at home, at Disney World, and on our adventures. I also talk about how I work from home, which has given us a lot of freedom to enjoy things that we love. And hopefully, I can give you the tools to do the same. I hope you join our community because my goal on this channel is that you feel encouraged and inspired on your family's adventure, and that I can give you some ideas and learning resources to make it a little bit easier for you. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on a video.
So I decided not to go with a pre-made curriculum for our preschooler and instead to make it myself. Why? Well, she's 3. Also, and more importantly, we get to tailor it to her needs. What she likes, what she dislikes, how she learns. She gets to experience things that she's good at a faster pace, and she can take some more time on things that she really needs to dive deeper into. Also, we have a lot of freedom about when we do things, how we do things, where we do things. We really like to incorporate a lot of different types of learning styles, play-based learning, some printables, some worksheets, mostly a lot of active outdoor play. We really wanted to incorporate a well-rounded curriculum that really highlighted all of the things that a preschooler needs to have a well-rounded life and education, not just the learning objectives that were like ABCs, 1, 2, 3s type of thing. As many of you know, we do actually homeschool at Disney World, so we are the most magical homeschool on earth for a reason. That's because we do go to Disney World multiple times a week usually, in order to have fun, play, grow, and to learn. There are so many different things that you can learn at the parks, and if you're interested in seeing how we do that, be sure to subscribe so you can learn more. If you have any specific comment or specific questions, comment down below, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. I really want to build a community here. Now, we do plan on buying curriculum at some point, most likely once we get a little bit older. We'll see. I'll play it by ear because I do know a couple different avenues that we can take when it comes to topics that I'm not super familiar with. I do know a couple different ways to outsource it. Outschool. So how did I make the curriculum for our most magical homeschool on earth? A lot of research. I do enjoy research, so if research is not your thing, please feel free to pick and choose things that are interesting to you from our curriculum, or go to other YouTubers, other sources. There are lots of different curriculum options out there if you really do not want to build your own. But trust me, I know that you can, especially at preschool. Really, it's fun and exciting, and it's a really great way for you to bond with your kids. So what did I research? Well, one thing was our learning goals. What skills, knowledge, experiences did our preschooler need to have before going into kindergarten? What did our state require in terms of homeschoolers and how you document that with the state? What does our state require? I researched a lot of the different learning styles and what would work best for our family. So those are some of the things that we researched, and I did a lot of my own, which I'll be talking a lot about here. But I also got to talk with my friend who is a kindergarten teacher, a certified teacher. If you're interested, comment down below if you want to hear directly from her about what a preschooler needs to learn before going into kindergarten. So we will be breaking up our homeschool year into unit studies, and we will be focusing on certain learning objectives. And so I am going to dive deeper into those topics in a few minutes. So these learning objectives I put into different categories, and these categories I decided to implement them each day, sometimes each week, and I will go into those a lot more in just a minute. But first, what are those categories? Those categories are social, math, science, letter identification, and sounds. We will be talking about emotional intelligence and self-esteem, as well as doing active play or gross motor activities, fine motor activities like pre-writing. We're going to be doing weather, art, Bible, calendar. We'll be doing an All About Me section where we learn all of our basics. We'll be doing service and life skills, as well as music, reading, and rhyming. Woo! So those are the different categories, and each one is incorporated each week, sometimes daily, depending on what it is. Some of those are every single day, and we're going to dive a little bit deeper into what each of those will look like. So a lot of this comes from our morning basket games, our learning binder, some reading, all these things I'm going to mention a little bit later in the video, and I'm actually making videos on each of these topics that I'm going to go into more detail, and I'll add them to our preschool playlist later on as they come out. Be sure to subscribe so that you can be one of the first people to know when those go live. Now, I am a massive planner. I love to plan, and I like to have everything in a row, my ducks in a row, but I do also like the flexibility of being able to change plans if another opportunity comes up, or if we're having a really bad day or something goes wrong, whatever the situation may be. So the key to this is lots of options. Now, 3-year-olds need learning to be fun and engaging, and I'm not going to force my 3-year-old to do worksheets or even a really fun activity that I took forever to plan. That's just not our style. I want her to really get excited about learning, and so far it seems to be working out fairly well. So if she doesn't want to do one activity that I planned, basically she has many other options of activities that will be fun and engaging, and hopefully check off one of those boxes for the different learning objectives that we talked about earlier, those categories, right? So you may think this takes a lot of time, and I promise you it doesn't. It did take me a little bit of time to research and plan what my goals were, but really after that, it was just going to Pinterest and researching a couple different activity options that we could do. I actually did create my own Pinterest board so that I hopefully can help you guys accumulate some really fun and amazing ideas for your littles when you are just starting out with preschool, or if you've been teaching your kiddos for a while, maybe you can get some new and fresh ideas. So then I make sure each week to look at what my categories or my objectives are, and I want to be sure to get an activity or two, a couple different options, whether it's every day, every other day, once a week, whatever the category is, depending on the category. I'll make sure I have a lot of different options in my mind. I don't always prep every single option, but just having the ideas fresh in my mind that week it's been really helpful in regards to making sure that my planning process does not take very long. At max, it's been 30 minutes, and each day we really only spend 20 to 30 minutes of dedicated school time, and honestly, it changes every day. Some days she wants to learn for extended periods of time. It's like learning all day long, which really happens no matter what. It doesn't really matter if you are doing scheduled curriculum time or scheduled learning time. Learning happens anywhere, anytime. So all that to say, it really is a lot simpler than you think. I know you could do it. Okay, so this video is getting a little bit longer than I planned. So I am going to actually split it into two. I am going to post the second half of the video next week, and I can't wait to see you there. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notified when it goes live, okay? I'll see you then.